If you ain't happy, that means that you've been sitting on your ass too long. Get your ass up and go get a job, okay? The recruiting office is open. Baby, go get them good benefits, okay? That's just a suggestion. If you don't know where to start with the military, okay?
It's crazy how they doing everything. So if you've been on Section 8 for 20, 30, 40 years, they're telling you that you got to be out of there within like the next, I think, 60 days. I don't know how they doing it, but they letting you know that it's no longer.
So for the last couple years, or even maybe the last couple decades, there's been people taking advantage of Section 8, and it looks like it's starting to catch up to them. Now, apparently, all the rules and guidelines for Section 8 have completely changed. So everything that was allowed back then are the things that aren't allowed now. So there's thousands of people out there right now being kicked out of the Section 8 program because of this exact reason. Now, I ended up finding a bunch of different videos of people talking about how this Section 8 situation is affecting their current life. So we're going to go ahead and watch these videos together, react to them, and see what's going on. So without doing too much talking, let's just get right into it.
Baby, y'all see what they're doing with that Section 8 program, man? It's crazy how they doing everything. So if you've been on Section 8 for 20, 30, 40 years, they're telling you that you got to be out of there within like the next, I think, 60 days. I don't know how they doing it, but they letting you know that it's no longer. But they're giving you a 2-year grace period if you just recently own it. But the Section 8 program is being cut. You got to get out. And it's just crazy all over the world. And at the same time that they telling people they got to get off of Section 8, and they no longer be on Section 8, especially when you've been on it for that long, and when you've been passing it down, they're like, they don't care. You got to go. With that being said, they also created a law where it's illegal to be homeless. So you can't be on Section 8. It's illegal to be homeless. So they're arresting homeless people and telling them they can't be on the street, dragging their cots and their tents and stuff off the street, putting them in garbage cans. Because now they're saying it's illegal to be homeless. But yet, they're putting you off of a program that assists you. Because Section 8 ain't free. You have to pay some of that bill. They don't just give you the whole thing. Some people may get 100%, but not, baby, that's rare. Section 8 ain't free. They putting you off a program that'll assist you to pay your rent. And now they telling you it's illegal to be homeless. So we can't make it make sense. They also messing with those people at the nursing home. They closing wings because of the Medicaid is cut. It's over with. And so basically they're telling you, go check on your people at the nursing home. This is happening in real time. This is happening in real time. If you've seen this video and you on that program, get yourself together, because you may not have received your letter yet, but you know who you are. Get yourself together. Get your family together. Do what you got to do. We'll see what you can do. Rent out a room, rent out a section, or do something like that. But you guys be blessed.
Now, it's crazy to think there's been people in this program for the last 20, 30 years getting assistance for Section 8. And to think it's all right to be getting assistance for that long as an adult is crazy. At a certain point, you have to figure out how to get your stuff together. You just can't go your entire life dependent on somebody else to do it for you. 30 years in a program where they help pay your bills, your rent, and you can't figure out how to save money, how to invest, how to put something to the side. So when this happens and you're no longer in the program, you have something to fall back on. That's what you were supposed to be doing. But instead, a lot of people just depended on the program solely and never had a backup plan. Now, the situation definitely sucks, but when you think about it as a whole, there's people out there in the program who really don't need to be in the program anymore. And there's people out there who can't get into the program because of other people that are taking up the space. It's crazy to see this happening, but it's honestly time for a lot of people to just stand on their own.
Something tells me that women on Section 8 are going to really be looking to date this fall. And let me explain to you why. Section 8 is being cut by 43%. Billions is being taken from it. And instead of it being administrated by HUD, they are sending grants directly to your state. So that means if you live in a state that's very red, like Texas or Florida, chances are they're not giving you your voucher back. They're not giving new vouchers to people that want them. Chances are they're going to use that money in other places and other areas, okay? Here's the other thing. If you do get a voucher, you have 2 years. You can stay on a maximum of 2 years. Right now, on average, people are staying on Section 8 for 6 years. So you can stay on 2 years maximum. And you're going to have to work. You're going to have to work, because if you're able-bodied, and able-bodied working people means that it doesn't matter if you have kids, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kids. You're not hurt. You're not injured. You didn't get hurt in the military. You're not a disabled veteran. You're not a disabled person. You're just someone that got pregnant a lot of times and had a lot of kids. and that's just how you've been getting Section 8 and benefits, oh, it's game time for you. It's game time.
Honestly.
So I got a feeling that a lot of women are getting ready to start changing their positions on independence and dating.
If you are an able-bodied adult, you're able to move, you're able to function, your body works, you should be able to work. You should be able to want to go get your own money. I don't understand how people can be full-grown adults and not want to have their own money, not want to have a way to make their own money so they can do whatever they want. I don't understand that.
The fact that y'all are so comfortable talking about people that are on Section 8 is crazy. Am I on Section 8? No. But, bro, we are one paycheck away. There's people that could literally be homeless if they did not have Section 8. And the fact that y'all would rather see people be homeless than on Section 8 is crazy as hell. What happened to everybody just minding their damn business? Okay, yeah, I mean, I get it that you have to pay, that we have to pay a much higher payment for rent or mortgage. A lot of people have Medicaid. The difference between having Medicaid and having Section 8. Not everybody can afford high-ass medical bills. So they have Medicaid. Like, bruh, living in America is hard as hell. And if I was by myself, I'm getting Section 8. I only have one income, and when I can get the help that I needed, especially if I have kids, sign me up. Rent is high as hell. You cannot make it on one paycheck. So let's say you bring home 14. Let's just say you bring home 12. You bring home 1,200. How much is rent? Rent's 1,200. Most of rent nowadays is from 900 to 1,200, and that's just Kentucky. Ain't no telling how much it is in California. You can split up
But
that
you're not
paycheck,
getting paid one time a month,
or just give one paycheck to rent or mortgage. They need Section 8 for a reason. What happened to everybody just minding their damn business?
Problem with people minding their own business is they end up being in the program for 30 plus years. And then those people that are in the program get dependent on being in the program, and they never do anything for themselves. People are now paying attention to this and realizing that these same people that are in this program are people that can be working for themselves, or the same people that can be making their own money. Now, I'm not one to put myself into somebody else's business, but when you look at it as a whole, something does need to change.
News as it relates to Section 8. Breaking news as it relates to Section 8 housing. Again, I have some breaking and disturbing news as it relates to Section 8, the housing choice voucher, rental assistance, and mortgage assistance. The Section 8 housing program is facing new political and policy pressures from both HUD leadership and Donald Trump and his administration. Now, as federal officials push to tighten the eligibility enforcement, this could and will reshape rental assistance nationwide, which in turn will trickle down to mortgages. On September the 1st, HUD Secretary Scott Turner, pictured here, who was selected by Donald Trump, announced a nationwide policy update and change stating that all public housing agencies, which is PHA, to submit detailed citizenship verification records for individuals who are receiving Section 8 vouchers. And it's not just for Section 8, but it's for housing choice voucher, any type of rental assistance, child. If you late paying your rent for the month of November, they got to submit the documentation as well. Now, this is what they have to submit. They have to submit proof of citizenship, legal immigration status, and name, address, apartment details, and the rent amount. Now, keep in mind, this for anyone that's in that household. So if you have an 8-year-old child that is the beneficiary of you receiving rental assistance, you also have to provide that information on your child as well. So there is no privacy. Now, here's the kicker. The agency has 30 days to submit that information. Again, The agency has 30 days to submit that information, the documentation. Now, we all know caseworkers are slow. Housing authorities are slow. So even if you submit the documentation, the caseworker will typically say they haven't received it, they have a backlog of work, they are missing additional information that you submit them. But guess what? There's two things that is going to happen, especially if you're receiving voucher programs. They're going to either kick you off of the program, probably no fault of your own, or they're going to stop paying the landlord or the rental property because they haven't received the required documentation. They're going to either kick you off of the program, probably no fault of your own, or they're going to stop paying the landlord or the rental property because they haven't received the required documentation. Now, how is this going to assist the federal government? So number one, we already see the impacts of it right now. The goal is to eliminate 51% of rental assistance programs. Number two, they want to be able to only give assistance for 2 years or 24 months to people that need rental assistance, Section 8 housing choice vouchers. Now, keep in mind, they're already doing that right now with food stamps. Most people only get 3 months, 90 days worth of food stamps right now. They've cut that to 90 days. So that's already in play. The second one is they want to replace government funded with state rental assistance programs, which means that your state will be responsible for issuing rental assistance. Now, keep in mind, most states don't even have the money, which means that this is the easiest and fastest way to reduce costs by 51% for the federal government. Now, before you hop into my comment section and say this sounds like a fantastic idea, I want you all to know this. 3 out of 4 families who request assistance, housing assistance, rental assistance, do not receive it. There's no fault of you or me or them. They do not receive it. So if it's 3 out of 4 families that request rental assistance or mortgage assistance and don't receive it, oh, this is going to be a major problem in the United States economy.
No more Section 8? I don't think so. Not Trump and not any other president would terminate the Section 8 program for millions of Americans that are dependent on this program every single month for their monthly expenses. It's just not gonna happen. People like myself, real estate investors, will continue to benefit greatly from this program and will get their rent paid by the federal government on the 1st of every month. Good.
Okay, listen up, guys. I have a big update, okay? The process for removing lifelong Section 8 housing recipients has been drafted. So this is what it says. So people will not be allowed to get Section 8 for more than 2 years. Let's go, because in 2 years you should have your shit together. I don't care what nobody say.
Pretty much.
Unless you disabled.
Okay.
October 2025 is when they're supposed to be doing the budget for 2026, so that's only in a couple of months. These rules will be sent to the states. The states will then notify tenants who have been on Section 8 for longer than 2 years. Because why are you still on Section 8, Mom? Okay. They'll notify you and give you 60 to 90 days, making you aware that the program would end for you in 60 to 90 days. A 60 versus 90-day notice will depend on the state that you live in. Public Housing Authority representatives will be making contact with the people who are currently on Section 8, beginning with who has been on the program the longest. Okay? Section 8 will no longer be a lifestyle passed down from generation to generation. Let's go, let's go.
No more
That's
passing it
called
down.
get off your ass and go to work. I'm sorry. Or, this is just a thought. Stop having kids that you can't afford to take care of and wanting somebody else in the government to help you take care of your kids, okay? While you get 30-inch bust downs and you get your nails done and your toes done and you going to Miami, you getting BBLs, baby. Get a job, okay? I'm happy. If you ain't happy, that means that you've been sitting on your ass too long. Get your ass up and go get a job, okay? The recruiting office is open. Baby, go get them good benefits, okay? That's just a suggestion. If you don't know where to start with the military, okay? Go to the recruiting office, all right? If you want some benefits for life, because at least you will earn those benefits, okay? All right, you guys have a great night.
You see, when it comes to this Section 8 situation, it seems like the only people that are mad are the people that's been in this program for years and years and years. And to think that there's people out there passing it on to their kids before their kids even get a chance to learn how to work for themselves is crazy. That right there is just one of the reasons on why this program needs to change. There's people who haven't been able to get into this program because there's families out there passing it on generation after generation. So now this is what's happened. Now, I definitely want to know what you guys think about this situation, because it seems like every day it's getting crazier and crazier. It seems like more and more people are speaking out on what they're going through currently with this whole Section 8 problem. So if you want to add anything, just let us know down in the comment section. But that is it for this video. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you leave a like on it. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button too, so you can stay tuned for the next upload. Until then, I'll see you on the next one.